Hey guys. Okay. All right. So I'm trying really hard to get up with you guys if you're virtual. I really need you guys to try your best that if I let you know that a Zoom meeting is coming, to make sure that you jump on, because of course that's going to be your best opportunity to ask me questions. Because I'm sure whatever questions you have is probably going to be the same questions that somebody else has as well. So that's always for the good of the group, is to make sure that you ask it, and I make sure that everybody's on the same page. Okay, so I fully understand that being virtual is not going to give you the same experience as if you were in person. And anyway, it is what it is. I'm not going to put it on a teacher as an extra responsibility for them to try and work with another individual besides balancing the A and B and virtual kids in their own classrooms. So there's not many of you that are in this situation. Most of you that are virtual have been virtual the whole time. And if that is you, then here's what you're doing. Okay. You are watching the documentaries that I have put in Google Classroom. There's two, all right? There's one that's on the first year of being a teacher, and then there's one on being a college level student teacher. Both an hour long, or right around an hour. So theoretically, you were supposed to watch the college student teaching one and use the first half to do week one's journal entry responses and weekly summary reports. Okay, doesn't have to do with the lesson plan. All right. All right, so let me give you an example. Okay, so you're watching the documentary and you notice, and I don't remember their names, so I'm just going to make one up. I'm just going to say John. So let's say that John is really surprised that his first week of student teaching is hard. Okay, I'm going to open up my Google Doc. I'm going to put Monday, November, I don't know, what was it this week? Monday, November 17th. I saw where John was really struggling during his first day of being a student teacher. Okay? All right, give me a sentence or two about the documentary, and then give me a sentence or two. I think that I would have also struggled. I noticed that he helped a student do this, this, and this. I would have also helped, or I would have done something differently. All right? Tuesday, November 17th. I watched how Susie on the documentary did this and this. I thought those were great ideas. I would have done the same thing. I would have helped my cooperating teacher. Okay, that's essentially what I wanted to do. Wanted you to do. Okay, so theoretically, the first 30 minutes of the student teacher would be for week one. The second half would have been for you to help inspire you of what you could talk about during week two's journal entries. And again, your weekly summary report is based on what you talked about in your journal entries. You know, what did you see was the best experience? What did you see that was the worst experience? Whatever. Okay, that's what I wanted you to do. And then weeks 3 and 4, use the first 9 months teaching documentary. Again, first 30 minutes to help you get 1 week done, second 30 minutes to help you get the next week done. Again, your weekly summary report is based off of what you're doing and writing down in your journal entries. Okay. Now, again, there's probably a lot of confusion because you guys missed Zoom meetings where I was trying to explain this. I don't really know if you guys have watched those recordings. I feel like some of you have, based on what it is that you turned in, but still kind of not 100%. So you're using the documentaries to help you with your journal entries. You're using your journal entries to help you write your weekly summary report. Your weekly lesson plans, again, based on, you need to have by now, and I think everybody has, you need to have picked at least one grade level or subject area, and that's what you need to build lessons on. Every lesson needs to be different. So for example, if you're doing kindergarten and you did week 1 lesson plans on colors and shapes, and then week 2's lesson plans you did on numbers. And then week 3's lesson plans you did on Thanksgiving and talking about turkeys. What is a turkey? Draw a turkey. How many feathers does this turkey have? So every lesson plan needs to be different. I'm giving you the DPI website to click on and be able to go to so that you can make sure that it is going by the state curriculum. There's a couple of you that had cooperating teachers before you decided to go virtual, all right? If your cooperating teacher is still willing to work with you and incorporate you, great, okay? But if not, and we had this problem happen in the spring, if not, then again, you're going to rely on those documentaries. If you've gone through both documentaries, because again, you weren't really 100% how you were supposed to use it, I've got another couple of documentaries that I'm going to include for our last couple of weeks, okay? After this week, we've only got a couple days next week and then the week of the 7th, and then that's it. Everybody will be done with their student teaching by Tuesday, the December 1st, okay? So next week is actually, we're going to combine the 2 days next week and we're going to roll it into that week of November 30th and December 1st and kind of combine everything. And I'm trying to kind of throw you guys a bone because, again, I realize there's a little bit of confusion about what it is that you should be doing. And I really need you guys to reach out to me if you have questions and be clear what exactly is it that you don't understand, because that's what I'm struggling at. And if you can't join the Zoom meetings, then I kind of struggle figuring out what exactly you're not sure about. Okay. So anyway, that's what I want you doing. All right, you got a couple of different options. If you have a cooperating teacher that is still willing to work with you, then use them and use that experience in doing your journal entries and putting your weekly summary reports together. If not, you are using those documentaries as inspiration, but you're still doing daily journal entries. You know, if you would rather spend all your journal entries talking about your struggle of what it's like being virtual, the difference in, you know, the classes right now versus when you were in person, that's fine too. All right, completely fine. All right. However, I still want some evidence and documentation that shows that you have watched the documentaries. Whether you went through them faster than intended or not, that doesn't matter. But you should, at some point in your journal entries and weekly summary reports for weeks 1, 2, 3, and 4, at some point in time, have talked about the experiences you've seen those teachers and student teachers going through during their experiences of either being a first-year teacher or being a student teacher. Okay. Again, I realize it's not ideal, but there's no way if you were virtual only for you to get the same face-to-face interaction. You know, if you think of a brilliant way, then please pass it along. So I hope that this helps. I hope that kind of helps with some of the confusion that you might have. We're almost there. We're in our last 2 weeks of this, and then you guys are going to be putting all those pieces together to complete your portfolio notebook. If you need help printing anything, I do need these portfolio notebooks to be turned in. And you don't have to come in the school. You can literally just drop them off. There's bins in front of the front door. Drop it off in a bin and run. I don't care if you just chuck it out your window and hope it gets close to landing in the bin. All right. But if you need help printing things off, everybody at this point in time should know the setup of the portfolio notebook. I have put that information in a materials folder so you can go through and see everything that's supposed to be included. And I'll start after next week. I'll post the individual essay assignments as a reminder of what all needs to be in that portfolio notebook. So, all right, I hope this helps. If you still have questions, please reach out. Please try and join Zoom meetings if at all possible. Some of you were joining at the beginning and you've really just kind of fallen off here at the end. But please try and join if at all possible so I can make sure that I'm answering questions, okay? All right, bye guys.